And for those of you who are new, who I just told you to download the app, see, I promised you I'd already give you something so you could understand what we're doing here. And this is the anatomy of Instagram when you open up the app for the first time. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to talk through all the different key points here on the app on the home page. Okay? So let's start at the bottom because those are the 5 main buttons that you really need to focus on. On the far right is the home button. And that's just like your newsfeed on Facebook. It's where you see other people that you're following and you see their feed. The second button over is called the search button. And that's where you can search hashtags or usernames. Now, I want to let you know that when you search a username, don't assume because it's the name of their business is going to be their name on Instagram. Often people go over to Instagram and because there's over 200 million active users now, they're not able to get their business name. So some people need to be a little bit creative in how they get their business name, and we're going to go over that in the course later. But you can also search hashtags and do some market research, which I'll dive into as well. So that's the search button, the second one over. The third one is the button that you press to either take a photo in the Instagram app or start a video, a stop-and-go video, which we'll be talking about video on day 3 for the whole day. But for now, when you take a photo, you can do it right within the app, or you can actually upload it from your photos that you already have in your library. So you don't have to take it right within the app. I typically store mine on my phone, so I'm always armed with photos throughout the day to instantly, upload and share. And the fourth button over is the heart button, and this is my favorite button. So if anyone is really taking notes, which I recommend that you all do, I'm a digital girl and I take them on my phone, but if you're writing it down, this is the button that you need to really understand how it works. That is your notification button. It's the one when you get notifications for who's following you, who on Facebook just joined Instagram, the comments that are left, and of course, those are the ones you want to be responding to, and just all the activity. So I actively go into Instagram more frequently now because of this show. There's a lot of activity for me, but I go in there throughout the day and check my notifications. Because on Instagram, the stream is, you see your last 80 notifications. So if you have a very active stream, you might miss some comments and information. So that is definitely one that you want to pay attention to, especially if you're new to Instagram. The one on the far right are where all your pictures are right there. And you can view your pictures 2 ways. You can view them as a grid, multiple photos, or you can view them one at a time. So on the far left, it says how to view pictures. See the grid? It looks like CreativeLive's logo. You can grid it like that. You can view it like that, or you can view one at a time. I like to see them one at a time and work that way, but however your brain works is totally fine. The top right is the setting button. So when you press that, it takes you to the back end of Instagram, where all the different things are that you can do. Now, there are over 50 buttons on Instagram, and I'm telling you about the 5 that you see when you open it. So there's a lot of back-end activity that we'll be talking about and that you will learn later on in the course. And the one under that is called the location. That looks like a little dewdrop, and that is a really important button that we're going to be talking about specifically. It's called geotagging your post. So I'm going to be going over that later. That's how you turn your notification on to let people know where you are located. So really important for a brick and mortar or anyone with a physical location. And then lastly, the pictures that you're tagged in. So that's really cool to see. So when people @mention you, so I'm hoping mine's kind of blowing up right now, when they @mention you, you see an orange number, and that number goes up depending on how many times you were mentioned. And so to be @mentioned is kind of like on Twitter, when you're @mentioned, you get a notification. On Instagram, the same thing happens as well.